need a second.
The streets of San Angelo are getting a makeover, a $3 million makeover, one subdivision at a time. Many students start their college career at a campus they have no intention of graduating from. Angelo State has made it their mission to keep those students here all 4 years. In San Angelo, we do not get many tornadoes or natural disasters for that matter. So when something does happen, what are you supposed to do? Your house is gone, business is destroyed, but the U.S. Small Business Association came up with a solution. Going through questions to ask people, I'm like, you know, I don't know a lot of this stuff. I don't know what a mortgage is. I'm glad I rent an apartment because who knows what's going to happen. The art battle kicks off at 7:30 p.m. here, and they warn, bring your weapon of choice. Angelo State University is gearing up for football season, and this year's tailgating kickoff comes with a special guest. It's where if you're scared and you're walking through campus, you press and hold it, and when you release it, if you don't put the code in within a certain amount of time, help will be dispatched to you. It's the most wonderful time of the year, until you find out that that perfect gift you ordered is not sitting on your front porch like you thought it would be. For Porch Pirates, it's this easy to walk up, grab your package, and then walk away. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul is proposing a bill that will allow you to take money out of your 401k tax-free and penalty-free to pay for student loans. You'll see I asked some of the baby boomers to do something and they're like, oh yeah, I do it all the time. And it was like, okay,
it's nothing, right?
Yeah, cool, you know? The FDA warns that when you go to get that squirt of hand sanitizer, you might not be doing as much as you can to prevent it. La Esperanza is teaming up with Sunset Mall to help people take those baby steps they need to a healthier life. In the new year, more businesses are coming to San Angelo. That means more jobs and more money. When it comes to binge watching, teens and young children are those most at risk to feel the psychological weight of what they watch. Platforms like Netflix and Hulu have accelerated us into a world with unknown possibilities, good and bad.
I plug into YouTube, I have to, that's my thing.
Armando Dominguez does not binge watch himself, but he does study it. He is the lead mental health assessor for MHMR in San Angelo and says that we can already see short-term effects that comes with binge watching.
It also has lent itself to this, we would call a very compulsive behavior pattern that many times limits physical activity, especially we try to compress a lot of watching into a small bit of time.
According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, binge watching is defined as watching many TV episodes in rapid succession. Dominguez says the activity can result in sleep disruption due to artificial light, technology dependence, and health issues because of the lack of exercise.
During the summers, generally we see activity levels go up historically, but whenever technology comes on the scene, we start seeing more of what we call hypokinesia or lack of movement.
However, the unknown territory is the psychological impact it will have on viewers.
There's going to be a rush. Sometimes that payoff is that emotional load, and sometimes when people watch stuff, they go in there with a sense of, I want to be moved.
While serial programming studies are still new, researchers have recognized that the type of content being binge-watched is a major factor. One evaluation looked at how a graphic suicide scene in the TV show 13 Reasons Why pushed certain audience members towards action.
Out of those 63, 71% reported that whenever they had an incident involving suicidality, that show was referenced and that there was an effect there. And those that actually attempted, I believe there were 22% of those 63 that said that was the reason why their symptoms actually worsened.
Fortunately, not all binge watching is negative. If you are invested in a show, there is a social payoff. You can connect with other viewers and feel a part of a group.
We reference the characters that we see. We reference the situations in certain shows, and that becomes our social connectivity thing.
Dominguez recommends monitoring what your children watch and how long they spend in front of the TV. For Fox West Texas, I'm Sidney Timmer.
Usually get here around 2:30.
And then I get here around 4-ish.
I come in at 1 a.m.
3-ish. I got here at 3-ish.
I got here about 4-ish.
Around 3:30 this morning. It's a little bit early, yeah.
Every day is different, but I feel like I need some me time before I get in. I'll wake up and then I'll make coffee first thing in the morning and then start the day. I have to have all my snacks. Like, I think everyone will tell you I'll walk in and I'll have a huge bag of snacks. This is always full.
Go, and of course, you know, make sure I look nice and natural and stuff, and then I'll turn on some overnight news just to see if I missed anything. Could be a possible trending topic that we can talk about on the show this morning.
And depending on how much time I have, sometimes I'll hop on and play a few video games just to kind of distract myself a little bit and be a little happy before I come in.
So I'll just take a hot shower and sit in my shower for a little bit until I'm ready to actually start moving. But that puts me back to sleep, so I wouldn't recommend that.
First, check social media. We're all millennials, so we all do that.
So I'm not a morning person, but in this shift you kind of have to be, so kind of just forced myself to wake up and get out the door.
Get some me time before you get into work, especially this early in the morning, or you will be irritated.
To me, for people getting up, music really, you know, pumps me up.
Coffee or like an energy drink, because I live off of those.
Getting up, the longer you stay in bed and rest, the worse it gets. If you get up and start moving and get active, you'll wake up.
You gotta have a motivation to wake up every morning. All right, I wake up, let's get this bread. We're gonna get up and go.
I roll down the windows all the way when I come here. Kind of wakes me up, get the air in your face, and then by the time I'm here, a little bit more awake, and then I just get to work, and you kind of wake up doing that.